Okay, we're back. I don't know what that was. Internet went down. Took a little while to come back. So Lolo, gotta keep that. First game ever. Air Fortress, gotta keep that because it was a present. This was a present from Melis Baker. A friend sent me this, and I made a little YouTube video about it when I first got it from him. I think in like 2017, 18, 19, something like that. 2016, I don't remember. So I can't get rid of that. It's a present. Maybe I'll one day beat it. Yeah. Freddy's taking poop runs, but now he settled on the kitchen table. Got balloon fight. I don't think you can even beat this, but I've got a much like with some of the stream games we've beaten, like Sims and stuff, where there's no technically an ending to it. I just come up with my own way of determining when I've beaten the game. So I'll just have to play this. Just try to get as far as I get, you know, as far as I can. Just put some sort of effort into trying to get as far as I can, and then I'll consider it beat when I've seen most of what the game has to offer. I think it's endless. Maybe it's not. Maybe it does have like 99 levels or something crazy. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it might be like a looping thing where there's like 10 different kind of levels and then it loops back and becomes harder and harder, and it's all about getting the highest score. I don't think it has an ending, but I definitely not getting rid of that. I love this. My neighbor had this when I was a kid. Fond memories of playing that. Defender of the Crown. This was actually the same thing. My neighbor had this back in the day. I don't know. I think this is a super short game. It's like a very weird game also. Very unusual. I think it was originally a PC game. It has a bunch of text, and you go into castles and you talk to knights, and it's like a weird war game. And they tried to turn it into a console game. It's very odd. Very odd. It is endless. Yeah, definitely want to keep that. That's got sentimental value, and I'll beat it someday. This was another gift. This was from Cyretha. And in the same video that I played Air Fortress, I also played this one. But I have not beaten it yet. Maybe one day I'll beat it. Defender of the Crown was for the Amiga originally. DuckTales definitely gonna be. We might play this on stream one day. This is also very short. I think it would only take one stream to beat it. A couple hours. I forget. I think my cousins maybe had this back in the day. So I have memories of playing it back in the day as well. I forget where or who exactly had it. But love this game. It's great. Definitely gonna keep that. Gauntlet 2. Oh my god, this game is so fucking boring. But this is one of the games I owned as a kid. So I think this might be endless as well. A lot of NES games are endless, but this one's so goddamn boring. I tried to put some time into it and tried to, you know, beat it one time. But I think I literally fell asleep. It was so boring. But it was okay back in the day. And the one thing that's cool about it is that it has simultaneous multiplayer, co-op. That was one of the selling points of it, definitely back in the day. You could play together in the same screen at the same time, fighting enemies and stuff. But other than that, it's a very boring game. Yeah, the modern one is one, for sure. Yeah, the stream is back, although you can't hear me. Gumshoe, this is... Oh, I can't wait. This is actually an exciting one, but I wish it was easier to do light gun games on stream. I mean, it's not impossible or even that hard, just a bit of an inconvenience because I would have to bring the CRT TV somewhere over here, so that I can split the feed to go to the TV and to the stream, and then I can use the screen to shoot for the light gun. So I can do it. It's just an inconvenience taking that CRT around the room. But one day we'll do that, and we'll play through a bunch of light gun games that I have. I've never played this one. All I know about it really is that it's a light gun game, and it looks fun from the little I've seen of it. I think you like shoot. It's like a platformer where the guy keeps walking to the right constantly, and whenever there's like a pit or something, you have to shoot the guy, and that makes him jump, and that's how you like do the platforming. So whenever there's like an obstacle in the way of the dude, you shoot him, and that makes him jump, and that's the whole game. Yeah, my best friend had Hogan's Alley back then, and I think he also had the one. Oh, well, speaking of Hogan's Alley, I have that one as well. So we'll play that one as well when we do Gumshoe one day. I love light gun games. That's why I bought both of these. I wanna have all the light gun games that I can for the Zapper and stuff. I think Wild Guns, is it? I think I have it in that shelf somewhere because I have played that one already. Wild Guns, maybe. I made a video of it. Lemmings, what a classic. What a classic. I think I may have played it on a PC way back then. I think my cousin had it. So I think I played it that... No, I think one of my friends had it on the NES as well. So this exact version. But this is another one. I have a lot of memories of it from back in the day, so I want to keep it. But this might be another one of those games that I will have in my collection for eternity that I'll never beat, because it's a hard one. It's another puzzle game, and it is a tough one as far as I can remember. Maybe one day I'll sit down and really try to beat it. Who knows? I remember playing Lemmings at school on the computer. Yeah. Paperboy, another classic. My neighbor had this one as well. I think this one has an ending. I'm pretty sure it has an ending. So we'll play this on stream probably one day. As a classic. Gotta have that. The Simpsons games on the NES. These ones are notoriously not that great, and also super hard. Like unfairly hard. So right up my alley. I'll definitely play that one day. And the last one we got that I haven't beaten on the NES is Star Tropics 2, which is a game we'll definitely play on stream because we played the first one and I really liked it. Soda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. Definitely keeping that. Oh, it looks like there's nothing on the NES that needs purging. I'm gonna keep all of them. These are all kept. I think once we get to the PS1, I'll have a lot of purging to do. I don't know if these ones have a lot. I would love to revisit Lemmings for the first time since childhood. Then we have 3 SNES games. Beaten all my other SNES games. Not that I have that many. In general. Got NBA Jam. I guess I don't know. This doesn't even have really like a story mode or a campaign mode. I think it just has like skirmish, you know, arcade, like tournaments. But I don't think I've ever tried to actually... I'll have to... I don't even know if there's a way to beat it or if it's just random exhibition tournaments. But I don't think I've ever tried to like comprehensively play it on my own. I just always played it with a friend back in the day. But I've had this since I was a kid. It was a lot of fun. Definitely keeping it. Another hard puzzle game this I had back in the day. I definitely want to stream this one day. It gets really, really tough, but it's a really, really fun game. This is actually, speaking of Lemmings, this is very much like Lemmings. It has the same gameplay where you select which character you want to control, and then on the bottom you have a list of actions that character can do. And that's how you control your army through puzzle levels. It's very fun. Gets really, really hard. And then I have Turtles. I'm pretty sure I've beaten this game, but I can't remember 100%, so I have it in my non-beaten games. I think we'll do this one on stream, and I have it in a clear plastic thing because it's one of the more expensive games. But yeah, I'm like 77.2% sure that I have beaten this once upon a time, but I can't remember for 100%. So I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it for sure one time before I put it in my in my games that I have for sure beaten. Yeah, that's not a very difficult game. Oh, is there an easy mode? I didn't even know. El Lenovo. Okay, so we're keeping all the NES and SNES games. And we're going to the PS1. I have a lot of PS1 games. It's by far the console that I have the most games on. Let me show you guys. I think have I hit the 100 game mark yet? Let's see. Oh, the Saturn. Wait. Oh yeah, the Saturn did come before the PS1. I have beaten the 100 game mark. I have 102 PS1 games. So I think I'll definitely have a bunch of games I'm gonna purge from there. There's just so many. Hey Rick. There's way too many of them. I'll have to take multiple, or one stack at a time. Freddy, I'm gonna have to get you to move. There's no space. Get on the cat tree. Thank you. What a pretty Google sheet. Gotta know what games I have so I don't buy duplicates. I think I have bought duplicates sometimes. By accident. Some old games. Okay. First up we got... Okay, this might be the first one we'll purge. I've had this ever since I started collecting games, because this was one of the games that I played the demo of when I was a kid. This game was in one of the demo discs. So I was always interested in it. It was never my favorite demo game that I played. It was all right. It's like a third person 3D platformer. But the more I look into it, it just looks very, very long and probably pretty mediocre. So I'm always like, should I play it? Should I play it now? Should I play it now? But I'm always like, it's just gonna be long and boring probably, so I never get around to it. I think it might be based on something. Is it based on a book or a fable, or it's based on something? I think. I forget what. If anything. Dream-filled 3D adventure game. So yeah, I think I'll get rid of this one. Maybe when I'm 62 years old and I'll be like, oh, I want to play the games I saw in my demos back in the day. Maybe I'll buy it back then and get it back and play it, but I just don't see myself getting around to ever playing this, so we'll purge this one. You're getting purged, 40 winks. So are we. It is. All the bolded up ones are the ones I haven't beaten yet. So 40 winks, you are out of here. Sorry. Bam. Okay, I'll fix the numbering later after we've purged everything. Should be original? Okay. For some reason I thought it was based on something. The style is really cool. It's got like a very atmospheric, like a family-friendly horror aesthetic to it with zombies and stuff. It looks nice, but it just looks extremely mediocre and I can never get around to it. That is purged. Get that out of here. Don't do it. Hey, Tiger Bunny. Oh, was there a treat to redeem? Let me see. Oh, there was. Treat time, Freddy. There you go. Thanks for reminding me. You played that one, Rick? What do we got next? Oh, definitely not getting rid of this one. Breath of Fire 3. I actually streamed this like when I very first time streamed back in 2012. I streamed it a little bit, but I didn't finish it. I maybe got like halfway through it or something. Breath of Fire 4 is like top 10 favorite games of all time for me, so I've always wanted to play through this one, but just never got around to fully finishing it. Definitely keeping it. I actually had this back in the day, but I think this might have been the first JRPG I ever bought. And then I was like, what the hell is this? I don't even know how to play. I don't know English yet. What the hell is this? And then I sold it. Definitely keeping that. Ready? Gotta calm down, dude. Gotta calm down. Centipede? This was another one that I'm like friggin' 85% sure that I did beat this when I was a kid. But it's been so long that I don't remember for sure. So I can't confidently put it as beat into my Google spreadsheets. So I have to have it on this side of the aisle. So I guess I'll have to beat it again. Yeah, this is not like the original arcade. This is a completely original game that they made for the PS1 based on Centipede. So it's got like levels and you go through levels, it gets harder. It's interesting. It's an interesting one. You can like almost go first person and go around killing the centipedes with your whatever spaceship or whatever it is. It's interesting, but I'll have to play it again. I'm pretty sure I beat it when I was a kid, but I can't say confidently. Definitely keeping it though. Red Alert. These games are so long. But I do want to try to beat them one day. I had this when I was a kid. So I'm definitely keeping it. But these are... I think these are like 80-hour games or something. Just ridiculously long. But one day I think I'll do want to try to beat it. Yeah, they are very long. I think if you put them... I remember checking on how long to beat... Red Alert, PS1. Okay, it says... Okay, 28, 31 hours. Main plus sides. Okay, so it's not crazy. Retaliation is another 21 hours. Okay, well, that's more like it. I definitely want to play them because they've got those goofy ass cutscenes and stuff. This is the... I had this one as well back in the day. This is the, like a... I think this is like a DLC, but on the PS1 it got its own release. I don't know if it was sold separately like this on the PC as well. I'm guessing it was back in the day. But it's like an expansion to Red Alert. I played so many of those and I don't know what ones I played. go back to bed. We were at a friend's late last night. Seems I'm old before my time. Go to bed, hug. Have a nap. Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, so I do want to have this one. Although, when and if I ever play through Diablo 1, I don't know if I'll be playing through it with this version. Because I'll probably play the PC version, but it's just interesting to the fact that they have a PS1 version. I think it's cool. It's weird. It's just something different. So I do like having this one. And I will mark it as beat if I do play the PC version. This will be my representation of Diablo 1, no matter what platform I play it on eventually. Yeah, you go super slowly in that one. It's terrible. And we got Driver. Definitely want to play this one. I didn't have this one. This was on one of my demo discs, and it's a classic one. Everyone knew this back in the day. Definitely want to play it. Never played the full version of it. Only played the demo. Definitely want to try one day though. Hey Looney, you played it too, Looney? If I nap now, I won't sleep later. I just know it. Oh my. Oh my. Land of the babes. Look at that babe over there. There's this one of the two third-person Duke Nukem games that they put out on the PS1. I had Time to Kill is the other one. That's the one I had a kid, and I did beat it, so I have it on that shelf over there. This is the second one they released. And I remember, this is another one. I have quite a few games here that we'll look through that I think I beat when I was a kid, but I just can't remember for certain. This is another one. I never owned this, but my friend did, and I specifically remember lending it from him, and I'm pretty sure I beat it. I'm pretty sure I beat it when I lent it from my friend back in the day, but I don't remember for sure. So I'll have to play it again. Time to Kill is better. Yeah, I think it might be. That's the one I owned back in the day. That's the one I have beaten already. Driver demo left me cold. I was so used to arcade controls I didn't get into it. Yeah, Duke's face is completely or largely covered by the text. That's so naughty, Bone. I bet you were under 15. Oh, I was a lot under 15. Gunfighter. There's two obvious reasons as to why I own this one. It's a Western and it's a light gun game. So this will be one of the games we'll play one day when we get around to playing light gun games on the stream. Definitely want to have that. So we tried to play this one on stream. I forget what the... Was it just super hard? What was the reason we didn't beat it? Still want to have it though, because it's a classic from back in the day. I remember watching all the TV show a bunch. You and your dad have the Western love in common. Yeah. Although yeah. I didn't get the love for Westerns until... I think I developed it when I was like 16 or 17. After having seen my dad watch the Westerns for all of eternity. When I was younger, I was like, whenever he was watching the Westerns, I was like, this is so boring. Why are you watching these? These are terrible. Then when I got a little older, I was like, fuck, these are good. This is good shit. I like them too. Hey, kiddies. Got Hugo 2 as well. But yeah, I think I'll play through these on my own time. Sometime. Libero Grande! It's a soccer game. My best friend had it when we were kids. the interesting, or the thing that sets this apart from every other, you know, FIFA and whatever other soccer games there are, is that in this one you play as a single player. So the camera angle is like a third-person view from behind a single player that you control in the team. So you don't play as the team, you play as a single player within the team, which is kind of interesting. Even though I've never been into football, this game's kind of fun. I haven't played it since I was a kid, but I remember really liking it back then. You control a single player on the team.
Merry Christmas!
The true football experience. So I think I'll probably keep it.
Merry Christmas!
Probably keep it.
Don't you just
I imagine
love
it
this
wouldn't
weather?
take much to beat it. I don't know if it even has like a story mode. It probably just has like a tournament mode that I can play through someday. I'll keep it. Merry Christmas. Overboard. This is one of my friends from school had this one. Well, I don't know if I could call them even a friend. One time I went to their house for some reason, and he started playing this, and I saw him play it, and it looked fun. I never played it outside of that. It's like you play as a pirate ship, going around shooting things. It's like almost like a twin stick shooter type of thing, but it's not a twin stick shooter. It's just like an action game with a pirate ship. Played a bit of that. Yeah. I think I'll probably keep this one. It looks like fun. Looks like a fun one. Oh, you played it too, Hawk? God. Pac-Man World. This is another one that I have had in my collection ever since I started playing. I mean, buying a bunch of retro games. Forever. But just like 40 Winks, I can't get myself to play it. Am I ever gonna play it? I think they made a remaster of this. In the last couple of years or something. I don't know if I'm ever gonna play it. I might purge it. I just can't. But yeah, the reason I was ever interested in this is it was another one of those games I played on a demo disc.
Don't you just love this weather?
And it was alright on the demo disc. I wasn't blown away by it, but it was cool. It was like a third-person platformer with Pac-Man. This is a really... this is a very scratchless box. Wow. Freddy's yelling. What time is it? You still gotta wait an hour, Freddy. All new 3D Pac-Man game. Oh, apparently they made this on the 20th anniversary of Pac-Man. 20th anniversary Pac-Man World. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever get around to it. I'm gonna purge it. Fuck this game. You're out. You're out of here, Pac-Man. Sorry. Pac-Man is out. Oh, I think these are in chronological order. Because I've beaten a lot of those. Pac-Man, you're out. Sorry. Gone. And we got... Oh, poor Pac-Man. Point Blank. So it's another light gun game. These look really fun. I made a video about Ghoul Panic, which is from the same developer. These are the ones that Ghoul Panic is sort of based on. These are I have all three of these. They made 3 of these games. 3 point blank light gun shooters. They're kind of like very wacky, sort of WarioWare style light gun shooters, where you just go from one silly mini game into another one. You just shoot random things. I've never played these ones, but I'll definitely want to play them when we get around to playing the light gun games, or when I get around to playing light gun games. We'll probably try at least the first one on stream. And if I like the first one, I'll play the sequels too. If I don't like the first one, I'll probably get rid of all of them. Quake 2, definitely keeping this one. This was one of my favorite demos in one of my demo discs back in the day. I played it constantly. I played through the demo so many times. I loved it. It's so good. But I could never find this full version in stores back then. It's like I always looked for it, but I just could never find it. Definitely want to play it. And now I can play it with the PlayStation mouse, now that I have that one as well. It's compatible with the mouse. So definitely keeping that one and playing through it. You gotta chill, Freddy. Come on. What was that? Can't see. Treat. You gotta chill, Freddy. You have to chill. Right now. Then we got... 1,000,000,000% playing this one in the future. Actually, did I... No, this was another... So many of these are from the demos I played back in the day. I've basically bought almost all the games that I really liked the demos of back in the day. This is a snowmobile racing game, and this is so fun. Or the demo was super fun. I think I played this full version with my nephew once, you know, the multiplayer of it. But I've never played the campaign, if it even has one. But I'll definitely keep this one. Freddy, you're gonna get covered by the games. Oh, we're gonna play this on stream. Hopefully next year at some point. Probably after we've beaten all the N64 3D platformers we're currently playing through. Already played through Spyro 1 and 2. I may have had this when I was a kid, and I may have already beaten it, but I can't remember for sure. So that's why we're gonna play it again on stream. Again, or the first time. I think my best friend had this back in the day. This is really... The movie, not that great. But this game was actually pretty cool. It's like a... very actiony... It's sort of like... It's a beat 'em up game. Beat 'em up with the lightsabers and do all kinds of cool things. So I think I do want to try to play this. I don't know how hard or short or something it is, but it had simultaneous multiplayer beat 'em up action back in the day, so it was really fun to play together with friends back then. Keeping that for the memories. Siphon Filter. My friend had this one when we were kids. Never got it myself. Definitely want to keep it. Maybe want to play it on stream as well. This is a classic PS1 game. Classic. Zapping everyone with the stun gun. Super fun. And I've already have the sequel as well, Siphon Filter 2, in case I like the first one. I don't know if I ever got to play the sequel back in the day. Maybe my friend had this one as well. I'm not sure. Do not remember for sure. Definitely had the first one. You had that, Looney? Nice. Tekken 3, really the only fighting game I've ever played a little bit more extensively. I'm not a big fighting game fan. But I had this... Did I have this? I had this. No, my best friend had this back in the day. I especially like the beach ball mode, where you weren't fighting each other, you were just punching and kicking the beach ball so that it landed on the opponent's side, and then they had to kick it or land a shot on it, and then you did, and whoever dropped the ball lost the point, or the other one got the point. I loved that mode. Played a bunch of that. Yeah, Eddie was awesome. I don't know if I'll ever beat it though. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to, consider it beaten. But maybe one day. Definitely want to keep it. Got a lot of good memories of that one. Hey, Kaisen. Oh, another fun racer. Another one that I had the demo of back in the day, and I was really impressed by it. Roll Cage Stage 2. This is a racing game where you race cars that can go both upside down and right side up. So you can go off of it. Freddy, Jesus Christ. You can go off of a jump and end up landing upside down, and then you can just keep going because the wheels are for top and bottom. They hit both upside down and right side up, and then you can like go on roofs and walls and stuff. So it's got some interesting gameplay to it. I've never played the full version of it. Definitely gonna play it one day though. I think I played Roll Cage 1. 007 World is Not Enough. This is another one that I can't remember if I beat it back then. I'm like 70% sure I may have beaten it. But I can't tell for sure. But this was they released a bunch of these on the PS1. I think this one was the one that was in first person view. There was another one that I think I have that I beat. That was in third person view. Ready? Please get off the table. Yep. Towering these games here. Wow, look at that sticker. Jurassic Park Warpath. I had this when I was a kid, so I definitely gotta keep it. I don't know if it has... this is actually a fighting game. So I got Tekken 3 and Jurassic Park Warpath. So this is a fighting game with different dinosaurs. It's very interesting. I haven't heard much about it online from anyone. But I had it back in the day. I remember playing it. I don't know if it has a campaign or any sort of... It probably just has some sort of arcade mode. I'll play through it one day. Ah. One of my friends had this. They had a whatchamacallit, a burned copy of this one. On a modded PS1. Their dad burned this game for them. And we played it a bunch. It's an interesting one because it's like it's sort of open world-ish. Except the open world is quite small, but I'm pretty sure you can freely go around the map and like gather quests and do quests for NPCs. If I remember right. I might be remembering wrong, but I think it is somewhat open world-ish. So like an early GTA 3, sort of. And I think you play as a cop. So it's like an anti-Grand Theft Auto. Play one of two main characters, an agile, street-savvy female cop. And a mysterious ex-soldier. 3D volumetric fog, rain, snow, night and day simulation. It's got night and day cycles. Yeah, I think this is a bit ahead of its time with some of the tech and stuff, the way it plays. Very interesting. So I am interested in playing it. Got to play it a little bit back in the day, and it was definitely interesting. But I've never tried it since I was a kid. Early GT. Oh, here we go. I think this one's the third person one. And this is... I'm like... With this one, I'm like 95% sure that I did actually beat it when I was a kid. But once again, I can't say for sure. So I'll have to play it again before I can allow myself to mark it as beat. Then we got the Time Crisis games. Definitely keeping them, and we'll play them on stream when I do the light gun games. Both of these. I played the first one and I tried to beat it, but I think I failed a bunch. I'll have to play it again. I think my best friend had it back in the day, the first one. It was very cool. I don't think I've ever played the other one. Project Titan. Okay, this is getting purged. This was another football game that I that I played the demo of. And I think that's literally the only reason I bought it. I think this was like super cheap. I got it for like a 1 or 2 euros or something. And I only bought it for the nostalgia of remembering having played it as a demo. So I'm gonna purge this one. Get the hell out of this. I'm never gonna play this. I had Time Crisis 2. Pretty sure I was shit at playing it. Okay, now we got a few more PS1 games before I purge this whole tower. These are the rest of the PS1 games. These are like the weird boxed ones. All the ones that have bigger boxes. And all the ones I have the American versions of. American games and weird big box games. When you say purge, are you selling? Yeah. Eventually. Eventually I'm gonna sell them. For now I'm just gonna put them in a closet outside of my collection. Oh, well there we go. We got the OG. Already showed the red alerts earlier. Now we got the Command and Conquer. I remember buying this one after I bought this after having Red Alert back in the day. I was like, oh, is this like a sequel to the one I already have? But it turned out that this had come out before. And it wasn't as good. So maybe I'll try to get through this one as well. Although, will I? Will I ever play it? I gotta be more. I'm guessing this one has silly cutscenes too. I'll probably never play this one. There's no way I'm gonna play this one. I remember I had Red Alert and then I bought Retaliation very shortly after, and those are the two games I played a lot. I remember I got this one pretty late into my PS1, era when I was a kid. So I didn't play this one a lot. Especially after I realized it was it came out before Red Alert, so it wasn't as advanced and good as the ones I had already played. So this is getting purged. Fuck this game. I'll just keep the red alerts. If I ever want to play these games, I'm not gonna play this one. I'm gonna play the ones that I actually played back in the day. Or tried to play. Mainly I always found the story mode super difficult as a kid for whatever reason. I think just because I didn't speak English yet. So I couldn't actually read what I was supposed to do. So I just kept failing the mission constantly. So the only way I played these games back then was with the skirmish mode. And I really enjoyed it. I played it a lot, actually. I played skirmish a lot. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'll purge this one and I'll just keep the red alerts. It takes itself fairly seriously with few funnies. Definitely keeping it classic. Still haven't beaten it yet. I got like 95% through it when I was a kid, but then I got lost. I literally got to the 3rd disc. The game is in 3 discs. I got to the 3rd disc and then I got lost. And apparently the 3rd disc is only like an hour or 2 long, from what some people have told me. So I literally got lost right before the ending of it. So I gotta play it again. I couldn't figure it out as a kid, and then I lost the save file, so I could never go back to it. Because this one, I don't think I have it yet. I do want to get it. This freaking whatchamacallit? A train simulator game used all the save slot in a memory card when you saved it. It used like 20 save slots for a single save. So it erased all my other saves, and I'm pretty sure my Final Fantasy VII save went with that. So that was not good. Actually lost my original Grandia playthrough save with that one as well, so I had to start over. Wild Arms 2. I think I'm gonna purge this one. Maybe, will I though? I think I will. I didn't really like the first one. I played through the first Wild Arms, so I have it on the shelf back there. I beat it, but it was so mediocre and not at all what I wanted from it. It's like a Western inspired JRPG. It has an incredible opening to it, like Western music and cutscenes and like almost like an anime style opening. It's incredible, and that's the best part of the game. But the game itself was super mediocre and didn't really have a lot of Western. It didn't feel like a Western. And from what I've heard, this one doesn't either. So I don't think I'll ever get around to playing this one. I think I'm gonna purge it probably. The first one was just so mediocre and unmemorable. So it's getting purged. Although I feel bad because I kind of want to play all, like eventually play through all JRPGs on the PS1. Because the PS1 is my favorite console and I love JRPGs. But I don't know. This is a tough one. It's such a commitment to play through a JRPG. Fuck it, I'm purging it. Yeah. I'll purge it, fuck it. Xenogears. Another one, another JRPG. Am I ever gonna play it? I mean, it is the beginning of an entire friggin' crazy long and big franchise of JRPGs that's still going to this day in some fashion. Over 20 minutes of stunning hand-drawn anime tells this complex futuristic tale. I think I probably will keep this one. It might be interesting. Although the subject matter with all the mechs and technical, I mean, like futuristic stuff is very not my, up my alley. Not something I'm interested in. And the Xenoblade games that I played, I didn't like very much. Ready? Gotta calm down, Freddy. Yeah, press Crash Bandicoot? I do. And we played it on stream, so I have it on this shelf over here. I don't know, it's so hard. I think the JRPGs, I really want to play them, but they're also a very big time commitment, and then if I don't love it from the beginning, I'll probably just end up not playing it all the way through. And then I'll just keep it in my collection again for another 5 years, and then I'll be like, am I ever gonna play it? And then I'll try it again, and then I don't like it, and I keep it another 5 years. But I think this one is a lot more of a like a relevant, more known game than Wild Arms 2. I think I'll keep this one still. I may play it, but I'm a little hesitant. I may purge that in the future if I never get around to it. Okay, these ones we're gonna play on stream. I specifically bought the American versions of these so that I can play the optimal version on stream. I already had the European ones, but this is the American version of Grand Theft Auto. Do I have the... I should have the original, the European one. How was it not here? Maybe I already took it out of the collection because now I have the American one. But I definitely had the original as well at some point. I have not streamed it yet. I have planned it many times, but we never got around to playing it. But we are gonna play it. I wanna play it. I had this. This was one of the first PS1 games I had. The first Grand Theft Auto. And this version of it comes with the with the DLCs as well, which is cool. I've never played the DLCs in any fashion, so that's gonna be fun. Okay, couple more PS1 games. Final Fantasy IX. I started playing this. Was it last year? I think it was last year. And I definitely want to play through this one. I'm definitely gonna keep it, but I just couldn't. I think I just wasn't in the mood to play a JRPG at the time. I maybe got like 10 hours into it, and it looked cool. And I do want to play it. I know that that's like most people's favorite Final Fantasy game. So I think I will like it when I just am in the mood to play a JRPG and then try to lose myself into it. Freddy's behind the games. Have you found any games you had forgotten you had? Nah, I go through my collection somewhat regularly, so I don't think I'll have many of those. This is a weird one, because it's in a big box, a tall box. The reason I have this one is because it's a Western one. I think I originally bought it with the idea of making a YouTube video about it, because I was reviewing all these Western games. This one is it's a point and click game. A point and click Western game. So we might do it on stream at one point. It's a very weird cover. this giant cover, and like 70% of it is just black. Or like super dark, so you can't even, but it's like some sort of statue. It's like a Western point and click game with weird cutscenes and stuff. It's interesting. More money than you'll ever see in a lifetime. Silverlode, it's a scary town, but the money's good. I think this only ever released in America, if I remember right. I'll keep that, it's an interesting one. Yeah. The fact that it's a Western is the only reason I own it. I'll probably play it one day. GTA 2, EU greatest hits, disgusting. The US had disgusting looking greatest hits releases with the green background with the... Like, I guess it's Christmassy. The red text on a green background, but it looks terrible. Yeah, GTA 2 will probably play through this one as well after we've played through the first one. Definitely want to keep it though. Iconic. Perfect game. I think, yeah, my cousin had this on the PC back in the day, so I did get to play it a tiny bit. But very, very, like maybe like 2 times for like an hour each or something. So I've played a tiny bit of it, but almost none of it. Oh, this is not a PS1 game. For some reason I had it in the PS1 games. It's the PC edition of Tomb Raider 2 with the golden mask stuff. Although this is gonna... We're probably gonna play this on the remaster that's coming out next year. Of the first 3 Tomb Raider games, because that includes the golden mask levels. So I don't know if I'll have any need for this one anymore after that comes out. But I'll still probably keep it. It's an interesting one. 2 more games on the PS1. Chrono Cross. Another gross greatest hits. The eBay listing showed the black label one, but then they sent me a greatest hits. I fucking hate eBay. Definitely want to keep this one. This is a very iconic one, especially the soundtrack of it. Everyone always raves about the soundtrack for this one. But they also say that it's not as good as Chrono Trigger. But I still want to play it one day. After I played Chrono Trigger. I played Chrono Trigger almost all the way through, but then I didn't finish it one time on the DS. So I have to play both of those eventually. And then the last one. Another one that I tried to play, I think last year or the year before that. But it's just super long. It's Final Fantasy Tactics. Definitely want to play this one day all the way through though. When I'm feeling more tacticky. Very raved about game. Classic on the PS1. Definitely keeping it. Okay. So we only purged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PS1 games. Now I gotta get these out of here. This huge stack.
You fail.
Wait, I don't think I took all of these from the list. Let me make sure. I think I forgot to take some of these off the list. So we have Wild Arms 2. It's going out. Bye bye, Wild Arms. Then we got Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer, you're out. Then This Is Football, you're out. Bam. Pac-Man World, did I take that one out? I did, okay. And 40 Winks, which I took out already. He didn't fall or anything. We'll see. I guess we'll do... What do we have? The PS2, I guess, maybe next. I'll take the... yeah. Take the PS2 next. Or whatever I can grab. These are all the PS2 games I haven't beaten yet. Let's see them. First up, we got Smackdown. Here Comes the Pain. This is the sequel to the one that we did play on stream. This is apparently a much better game than the one we played on stream. But also, it's a lot longer. So I both want to play it on stream, but I also don't want to play it because it'll take probably like 10 streams or something. And I think it would way overstay its welcome. So I really want to play it, but also it's probably gonna be a bit of a slog outside of the fun moments. So it's a bit of a hidden, I don't know. Definitely want to play it though. If I do it on stream, I don't know. Can you show Sitting Ducks just to make me happy? No. Because it's way over there, like almost like 3 meters away. It's way too far away, Kaisan, I'm sorry. Why not just play it in not gonna complete it attitude? No, I don't want to do that. I want to beat all the games. But I'll definitely keep it. I think my cousin had this back in the day. And we played the multiplayer of it. Super fun games. The PS2 wrestling games. Hey, Embers.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, well this, we already purged Wild Arms 2. We will probably purge this one as well. This one is like out of the Wild Arms games, which are, you know... Freddy, you're so loud. Inspired by westerns. I think this is supposedly the most westerny of the series. And that's why I bought it. But will I get around to playing it? Probably not. I have so many JRPGs that I would rather play and will play when I want to play JRPGs. That I probably don't see myself ever getting around to this one. Out of the Wild Arms games, I think this one definitely looks the most interesting though. It's got like a nice cel-shaded style to it. And it's supposedly a lot more westerny than the other ones. It's another tough one, I don't know. I was listening and my dad had that Time Crisis game and the light gun. I wish he didn't let go of it, but he got so pissy with it with that game he didn't get far. It's a very short game, but I think it is pretty like brutal. It gets pretty brutally hard by the end, but I think it's like less than 2 hours long, the entire game. Usually that's how it is with light gun games. They're very short, but they can be pretty tough. Am I ever gonna play this? I have too many JRPGs, and I play like anywhere between 0 and 2 JRPGs per year. And I already have so many in my backlog that I want to play over this that I just don't see myself ever playing it. I'm gonna purge it. Sorry, Wild Arms 3, you're getting purged. Hey, totally not brunette. Hello. And we have... Oh, can't wait to play this one. This one's gonna be good. Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I've played all the ones leading up to this one. This is the next one. This is the next Tony Hawk game that I haven't beaten yet or played yet. I've played all the ones on PS1. Oh. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 through 5. The new ones included. And I've also played the first Underground. Underground 2 is the one I haven't played yet. And this is the one where they got like super silly. Where they included the whole Jackass crew and Bam Margera and stuff to do the cutscenes and things. So I think I'll definitely love this one. I can't wait to play it. I love Jackass. I like the Bam Margera. What was the Viva la Bam? So this one has all those characters doing silly cutscenes and stuff. So I think I'll definitely love this one. I don't know if I'll play it on stream. I don't know if it would be that interesting on stream, but I'll 1,000,000,000% will play it on my own time sometime. I also heard Siphon Filter. I have that one too. Tasing bitches, yeah. I wonder if Don Vito is still alive. I thought I heard he died some time ago. I do know that he went to jail. Maybe even prison for groping girls. No, he isn't alive. Yeah. Probably for the best. Yeah. We'll play this one on stream. We already played 1 and 2. Then we'll play 3 at some point. Maybe next year. Definitely keeping it. This makes me tempted to take a picture of my collection and share it, but not so much. No, you gotta share it. Share all the collections. We have Metal Gear... Oh, we have Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. Definitely want to play them one day. I've only ever played the first game. But I think I got a decent deal on these way back, so I decided to buy them both preemptively. Definitely want to play them. Definitely want to play them one day. Love the first game. Never got around to playing these ones. Never had the PS2 back in the day. Manhunt. I actually bought this one somewhat recently, I think last year. Because I was just super curious, because this was like... This was a huge deal when it came out. It was so controversial. Where you play as a dude like hunting... Did you just hunt like civilians, or did you hunt like criminals? But you like brutally murdered them. Like it's a very, supposedly very gory game back in the day on the PS2. The only downside to it is that I think this one was quite long for some reason. How long is it? Let's check. How long to beat Manhunt? 11 hours for the main story. Completion is 16.5 hours. So it might be a bit long for what it is. I feel like it might overstay its welcome a little bit if I play it on stream. But I am very curious. Just because of its infamy. It's a very infamous game in the history of video games. So I am very curious to play it. We have that too. My dad really likes it. It's not as gory as you'd think. Killing is disturbing though. It would be funny to see you play it. I don't want to spoil gameplay though. I think we might. I did buy it with the intention of playing it on stream. So we probably will try it out. Magic Pengel, the quest for color. So I would be surprised if any of you knew about this, because I didn't know about it either until the only reason I own this one is because it's one of the very few games that Studio Ghibli took part in developing, or took part in doing like some of the graphical things to it. So I bought this back in like 2014 or 2015 with the intention of making a YouTube video about all the games that Studio Ghibli had some part in working on. So I think either Studio Ghibli or one of the animators from Studio Ghibli did something for this game. Some of the graphics or cutscenes or something. That's the only reason I own it. Because I wanted to make a video about it. Never played it. I think it's supposedly some sort of JRPG with very drawing elements to it. You can draw your own characters. Well, that's what it says. Draw your own characters. And then you can play them somehow. Imagine, design, and play. Let me see. How long is it? Is it an actual JRPG? How long to beat Magic Pengel? The game is short for another RPG, about 15 hours or so for the main plot. Oh. Huh. That's actually very unusual for an RPG to be that short. 15 hours? Jesus. It's very short for an RPG. Maybe I will play it one day then. It does look very unique. I'll keep it for now. This was another one that I was gonna include in that video. Jade Cocoon 2. I beat Jade Cocoon 1 on the PS1. It was a JRPG, and this is the sequel to it. On the PS1, Jade Cocoon, it was pretty alright. Quite average. Quite average. It was better than Wild Arms, but it was another one of those very, very, very aggressively average JRPGs on the PS1. So I don't think I'll ever play this one. Probably will never play this one. The first one was quite boring as shit. But I did play through it, and it had some fun elements, but I don't think I'll ever play this one. It's gonna get purged. Jade Cocoon 2 is getting purged. Never heard of that one? I made a new emote and I'm so happy with it. Oh! Put it up. Or do you have it on Twitch yet? Oh. Well, definitely keeping this one. Yeah, you guys ever heard of Grandia? It's a pretty fun game, the original. This is a side game. Sort of a side game they did on the PS2. Between 2 and 3. Or was this after 3? No, this was after 2 and before 3. I tried to play this. I've tried starting to play this a couple times, but it is quite a slog. It's like they took the very complex and fun battle system from 3, before 3 was a thing, and they made like instead of a very story-based JRPG, they made it into a dungeon crawler with a very generic story. So it's like Grandia without the... It's like Grandia, but without the charming characters and story. So it just relies on the great combat system, which is great. But there's only so much you can handle of it without having a fun story to have, you know, on the base of it. But I'll definitely play it one day, because I love Grandia. Grandia without the grand, yes. Been thinking of giving Grandia a shot at some point. Yeah. And we got... Oh! We got the 2. Never played through the stories of either of these. I did play through the third one, so that I have that one on this shelf, on the beaten ones. But I'd never beat the story on these ones. I never owned San Andreas. I did own it on the PC very late. Vice City was one of the games I actually did have on the PC back then, but I never beat it. So I want to play through the main stories of these 2 at some point, but we gotta play through the older ones first, maybe. Although it doesn't really matter in what order you play them, but I think we'll probably do them on stream when I get around to them. The main stories of those. I played so much GTA San Andreas when I was like fucking 10 years old. My friend in middle school had it and I was so fucking jealous. I would try to go to their house as often as I could just to play the GTA games that he had. He had both of these. He first had... No, I don't think he had Vice City actually. He had GTA 3 and then he got San Andreas when it came out. And I was so jealous. They were the coolest games I had ever seen or played back then. But I didn't have a PS2 myself. So I was just, I want to come over. Can I come over to your house? I would ask him every day at school. Can I come over to your house? Can we play GTA? Please. Please, let's play GTA. I 100% Vice City? Damn. I've never played GTA. Kenny. We got Dragon Quest 8. If I'm ever gonna play a Dragon Quest game, it'll definitely be this one. But will I ever play a Dragon Quest game? I have actually played one already. But that was the DS one. Dragon Quest 9. I don't know why I played through that one. I guess I was just into the DS at the time. And it was alright. This one will definitely be a better one. And it does look like fun. Super cool cel-shaded style to it. I think I will keep it for sure. Hopefully I'll get around to it one day. It is the most interesting Dragon Quest game out of the entire series that I've ever seen and
Merry Christmas.
potentially wanted to play. I think this wasn't this made by didn't Level 5 have something to do with this? I don't see their logo on it. Or am I thinking of some other company? I don't see their logo. That's weird. I thought Level 5 did something with this one. Oh well, I think I'll probably get around to that one time in the future. I bought this one very recently because I want to play it on stream. This one looks awesome. It's like, it's very reminiscent of Dog's Life that we played on stream. I think this one's gonna be super fun. It's based on a movie called Barnyard, I think. It's not a series, right? I don't know, I've never seen it. But apparently the game is super silly and fun. So I'm looking forward to playing this on stream. I think it might be both, yeah. A movie and a series. Definitely keeping Ape Escape 3. Ape Escape 1 is probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Haven't played the third one yet. I've played 1 and 2. Have not gotten around to the third one yet, but I can't wait to do it. I think it's gonna be super fun. Animated series. So I guess, okay. So we purged 2 games from PS2. Let's take them off the list. Oh shit. That's not the list. There. So we purged Jade Cocoon 2 and Wild Arms 3. You're out. Jade Cocoon and Wild Arms 3. You're out. Let's fix the numbering. 1, 2, 3. Let's fix the numbering on the PS1 as well. Did we go under 100 on the PS1? I think we did. No, I no longer have 100 PS1 games in my collection. I only have 97. Fuck. No. I need 3 more games on the PS1. Stat. Ah, fuck it, let's just stay on the PlayStation games for now, since these are easy to grab. Time to buy more. Monsters Inc. Okay, let's do PSP next. So we're going chronologically. Siphon Filter, I think this... did I not... fuck me, this is another one that I don't know if I beat or not. I think I beat it? I wish there was a way for me to know if I beat it or not, because I'm pretty sure I beat this back in the day on the PSP. But I don't know for sure, which really annoys me. I think this was probably pretty damn mediocre. Yeah, I did play it a bunch. But I don't know. I kind of don't want to play it. But I would love to know if I beat it back then, so I could just put it in my beaten games and have it there. As a memento. If I haven't beaten it, I kind of want to just purge it and just forget about it. Hey, Shadow. Shit. Sorry, Siphon Filter, you're getting purged. I don't want to look at you. I want to play the originals. I don't care about this one. I think this one was originally on the PS2 as well, and then they made a PSP version of it. Don't care, it's gone. What type of games are you most interested in getting to? Depends on the day. Patapooners. The trilogy of Patapon games. I played the first one a bunch back then. Never beat it. Definitely want to play it and beat it one day. The first one. I don't know anything about the sequels. I think I got a good deal on both of them in a single purchase, so I bought them. I probably will never play the sequels. I doubt I'm gonna be so blown away by the first one that I'll want to play the second and third one. But I have a lot of nostalgia of the first game, so I'm definitely keeping and playing that one. But I think I'm gonna purge the sequels. I doubt that I'll ever get around to playing these ones. Because I think the first one already is a very beefy game, or surprisingly long one. So I think I will purge these ones. I don't think I'll ever get around to them. And they look very similar to the first one. I don't know if they innovated a lot between the sequels. And I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about the sequels. I don't know if... I think they're very forgotten in time. No one knows... No one never talks about them. I'm purging both of these. I'm just keeping the original that I used to play in my teens. Hey Freddy, is it supper time? 9 more minutes. Loco Roco 2. Okay, maybe nobody gets to them, because they always go chronologically and never get that far. Probably. I tried to play... I do remember I tried to play this, I think a couple years ago, and I got stuck. And I didn't want to Google how to go forward, so I just got stuck and I stopped playing. I tried for like couple hours figuring out how to do progress. I just couldn't figure it out, so I stopped playing. But I definitely want to play it all the way through one day though. I think I will. It's like a rhythm action game. It's very unique. Hi Freddy, go on the cat tree. Loco Roco, yeah. So I played through the first Loco Roco, so I have it on the beaten games shelf. I've never played the sequel, but I want to play it. I really like the first one. Really fun and chill platformer on the PSP. Super fun and cute music to it as well. So I think I'll... Will I though? Is it a short one? Shortness is a good thing. I like short games nowadays. I think I will keep it, because I have already beaten the first one. So when in the future I feel like playing Loco Roco again, I'll be able to play the sequel for the first time. I really did like the first one. It's a fun one. I'll keep the sequel. Yeah, so those were the PSP ones. So I purchased 2 games out of my small PSP collection. Let's see. Where's my PlayStation Portable games? Wait, do I have them in the wrong... Wait, what the hell? Where are they? Dreamcast, PlayStation... Oh, they must be up here. There. So, Patapons are gone, and so is Siphon Filter. Oh, these numbers aren't... Oh, I have a... There. Liberty City. Thinking about that Siphon Filter game, it's too bad that PSP games didn't have trophies, so you can't check if you had completion trophy for it. Yeah. And I don't know if I ever even connected my PSP to the internet, really, back then. Very rarely, if I ever did. I don't think we even... Yeah, I don't think we even had wireless internet back then. Like, or our modem didn't have Wi-Fi to it. So I don't think I ever could connect my PSP to the internet back then. Okay, we got the Harry Potter games that we were supposed to play on stream. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We started this one, I think we got more than halfway through this one. So maybe we'll finish it out. And maybe one day we'll finish these ones. We'll keep them. We'll play them. And we'll have Rick come by and we'll keep his eyes open forcefully. And we got Grand Theft Auto 4, definitely keeping it. Never played it really. I bought it on Steam when it came out. And then I found out that my PC wasn't good enough to play it. The PC version of that was very unoptimized back then. I don't know if they ever fixed it, but I couldn't play it. So I've never played it. I have this version. It's still in shrink wrap. Definitely want to play it though. I think this is the only GTA game, or the GTA game that I've played the least out of the main ones. I know very little about it. And then the last PS3 game is Game of Thrones. This is very interesting. I definitely want to play this one just out of my own morbid curiosity. I think this was made after like only a season or two of the HBO show. No, this is not the Telltale one. This is the actual story action weird RPG game that they made after a season or two of the show. The gameplay for it is apparently pretty bad, so people really didn't like the game. But apparently the story is supposedly pretty fun and interesting. So out of my own curiosity, I think I will play it. Probably won't play it on stream, but I think I will find the time to play it on my own time in the future. I'm very interested in it. Those were that. So we didn't purge any PS3 games, okay. How about the PS4? I think we'll have a couple games at least to purchase from here. Quite a few, maybe. Got some PSVR games here too. Mass Effect. Not purging it. I hate that I played through... So this is the trilogy. I played through number 1 and number 2 in a row. But then I got burnt out. So I never played the third one. So I can't consider it beat because all 3 games are in this one package. So hopefully I'll get around to playing the third one day. I've only played the first 2. I do want to play the third one. The first 2 were really good. I actually preferred the very first one. But the second one was good too. Hopefully I'll get around to the third one day. This was one of the rare games on the PSVR that I wanted to play it, and I played it quite a bit. But it was... I think this is the only game on the PSVR that I had to stop playing it because of how nauseating it is. It is really difficult to not get motion sickness with this one, because you go super fast, all kinds of craziness, turning, going up and down slopes, turning super fast, super fast. It is really cool in VR, but it is also very nauseating. Really fun game, but hard on the stomach. And also it's really I think it's pretty I tried to play through it, but it's pretty long. So I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can only play it in like 1 hour spurts before getting a little nauseous. So I was like, oh god, it's gonna take me forever to get through it. So I just gave up. But it was fun. It was fun, so... It is a fun game. It is really cool in VR. How did I not have the wipeouts on the PS1? I guess I haven't bought them yet. I do need to buy one of the wipeouts on the PS1 because I do want to play the originals. I think my friend had one of them. That's why I was interested in this one. I don't know. Do I want to keep it? What do you say, Freddy? Is it a good one? Is it worth keeping? I'm never gonna play it. But it is fun though. And it's very unique on the PSVR. But now I got the PSVR 2. Am I ever gonna play the PSVR anyways? I don't have any Yakuza games. I've never played them. I think I'm gonna purge this one. Fuck it. Consider yourself purged. Wipeout. Okay. Another PSVR game. I'm gonna purge it just because they actually made a version of this on the PSVR 2. I did play it once. I didn't get all the way through it. So even if I do want to play it in the future, I'm just gonna play the PSVR 2 version instead. So I am gonna purge this one. It is kind of cool. It's like it's a first person, you know, adventure puzzle story game. It was cool, but I didn't quite get all the way through it. If I want to play it through it one day in the future, I'll just play through the PSVR 2 version because that is surely the better one, the better version of it. So that gets purged. Wipeout VR sounds like bizarre torture. Okay, Freddy, it's supper time. He's like, well, go ahead. Say the magic words. Come on. Freddy. 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 Freddy, haluaks ruokaa? Silly boy. Meow. I'll quickly give him his food. We'll continue going through the games. Fluffy ass little fish. just said to my mom, "Oh no, I'm gonna miss the cat being fed on the internet." She thinks I'm bonkers. Hey, Rolkin. My ear.
Don't you just love this weather?
My earlobe suddenly just started hurting like hell. Ow. It's definitely because I've been wearing this headphone 24/7 this weekend. Just playing Warcraft. Just suddenly, my earlobe started hurting. Ow. Hoits. And we got... This is a big shame. Because I really would like to play this, but I'm just not social enough. I do not have the social skills needed for this game. And unfortunately, I don't have any friends who own the PSVR, so I can't play it with any friends. And playing with randoms is too scary socially. But this is a game that I think would be super fun to play with friends. This would be so much fucking fun to play with friends, but it's just way too social to be a game to play with with strangers. So I can't play it. I tried once and I think I just left. I was like, oh god, I don't know what I'm doing and people are talking to me, so I just left the game and then never played it again. It's too stressful. Playing together online with people in VR it's even more scary than other, like, just regular voice chat, because when you have someone in VR turn into you, looking you straight in your face and talking to you, it's like a real life social interaction. It's fucking terrifying. So this is unfortunately getting purged. I would love to play it, but I just don't have anyone to play it with. And I don't think I'll ever will, especially now that there's a PSVR 2. I don't think I'll ever get to play it with anyone, so I'm purging it. Fuck it. Unfortunately. Mood. Relatable. Do I have this one? This fucking game got, well, I'm purging this anyways. This game's fucking annoying. We tried playing this on stream. It's alright, but it's also really kind of tedious with its Minecrafty crafting system. It's a survival game that's even too much survival for me. Too much like annoying chores that you have to do in your survival. It's kind of a fun game, but it's a little bit too much for me. So I played it a bit. I played it on stream first, and then I played it a bit on my own time. I just can't get into it. It's too much with the super survival mechanics. Purging it. And we got Friday the 14th. This is the Kickstarter version, because I kickstarted this game. I really regret not playing this when it first came out, because now it's just full of hackers and shit. And everyone's moved on to other games. So it's not gonna be as fun to play anymore. I've played it a little bit, but not enough to consider it beat. Yeah, I don't know. Do I want to keep this one? I think I'll keep it. I mean, the Friday the 13th is like my favorite. Might be my either favorite or second favorite horror franchise. And the game is really cool. I just really missed out on not feeling like playing it when it first came out. I missed out on the good times that it had in the beginning, apparently. But I'll still keep it just for the fuck of it. I kickstarted it, I might as well have it. Maybe I'll eventually get to play it enough to be considered, have it considered beat. Star Trek Bridge Crew is on Steam and supports non-VR. That would be lame. Lame. Oh, okay. Well, definitely keeping this one. This is the pack-in game with the original PSVR. The only reason I haven't considered it beat is because it has like 5 mini games, and I think I beat 4 of them. But there's this one that I didn't beat yet because it was super motion sickness inducing in the beginning, and I just never got around to going back to it and beating it. But I'll definitely go back to it in one day, because it'll only probably take me 30 minutes to beat it. And it's got some other fun, really fun mini games in it. Definitely keeping it, and will play it in the future all the way through. Finish it off. The servers will be up through 2024, Friday the 13th. Evil Within 2. Oh, this is a tough one. I really enjoyed the first one, but I've heard good things about this, but also not a lot of people talk about it. I think it's like an sort of open world. They made it into a semi-open world game compared to the first one, which was like a linear horror action game. It looks like it could be fun. What do you say, Kinia? Is this a good one? Is it as good as the first one? Because I really liked the first one. This is from the original creator of Resident Evil. He made his own studio and then developed the Evil Within and Evil Within 2. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I could see myself playing it in the future. I'll keep it for now. I really enjoyed the first one. The first one was really good. Just never got around to playing this one. Track reflected. Okay, this is getting purged. This is like the Counter-Strike of the PSVR. Kind of have the same problem with this one as Star Trek Bridge Crew. You don't technically have to, but people expect you to use voice chat and to be very communicative. And also the fact that I sort of missed out on the launch of it, so there aren't a lot of people playing it anymore. So the only people who play are the hardcore players who expect you to constantly be on voice chat and communicate and be social. So I'm never gonna play this. This is getting purged. I got it on PS4 and then my capture card broke, so I can't stream it for now. No. Yeah. Weird West. I started playing this maybe a half a year ago or something. I think it was this year. But it is... It's kind of disappointing. Kind of very slow. Kind of also weird. It's like a weird mix of a very story heavy, pick your own dialogue sort of RPG game and a isometric twin stick action game, like a mix of those kind of games. I don't know, the gameplay just didn't feel that fun. Obviously, I was originally interested in it because it is a Western, and you guys know I'm crazy about Westerns. But I don't know. It kind of doesn't feel that fun. So I don't know if I'll ever play it. I tried, and I think I got 6 hours in or something. Then I was like, I can't. This is boring. I'm bored. I don't want to play it anymore. So I think I will purge this one. Unfortunately. I gave it a try because it was a Western. Just didn't grab it. I'm gonna purge it. Gotta find the disc though. I think it's in my PS4 because it's the latest game I played. So it's still in my console. Gotta get it out of the console and then purge it. I tried 5 minutes on Game Pass, not for me. Social, ew. Yeah. Minecraft! The reason I own this version and the reason I wanna keep it still is because of this. It has VR support. I've never tried it, but that is fucking cool. And the coolest thing is, I think I would be able to join the server in VR. I think I could play on Freddycraft in VR, on PSVR, on the PSVR. I think it's possible. So I think I might want to do that one day. Explore our Minecraft server in VR. I think that'll be super interesting. I've never tried it. This is still in shrink wrap, but that's why I bought it. It's for the VR mode and the potential of playing it on our server in VR. I think that's very interesting. First person murder. This is good. This is kind of fun. I streamed this when it first came out, and it is fun. I did have fun with it, but I don't think I'm ever gonna play it. But it was very, very fast paced and neat, the way it works, the combat and stuff. But I don't think I'll ever get around to playing it, so I'm gonna purge this one, I think. Do Minecraft in VR and we hunt you down. But you can't beat the tombs in VR. Yeah, I'm gonna purge this one. It was fun. It's a cool game. I don't see myself ever going back to it though. So I'm gonna purge this.